Thank you everyone for joining us here tonight in Michigan Stadium for the big event 10. What a historic night it's going to be. And we're going to start things off here tonight with the dark match and let some fans file into the building as we get ready to kick off TBX. Stay tuned with us, guys. We'll see you here in just a bit. Stay tuned with us, guys. The main show of TBX will be starting momentarily. thank you for those who attended the dark match here at TBX. Now it is time to kick off the big event 10.
I can feel it, I can feel it, I can feel it, I can feel it in the air tonight. right tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 10th anniversary of the big event here tonight in Michigan Stadium. And what an extravaganza we have lined up for the big event 10 here tonight with 3-Dub Wrestling. Man, oh man, I am excited. This is a huge night for this company, and I am Dewey Danielson, and I am here tonight to call all of the action, and we are gonna start things off big. Here comes the host of TBX, the Superfan, Evo, making his way into Michigan Stadium. Man, oh man, guys, what a night it is about to be here in the great state of Michigan this summer for a big event. And it all kicks off right here, right now. Guys, thank you for joining us here in Michigan Stadium. I am Dewey Danielson, and we are going to have a big-time show for you tonight. Thank you for joining us for the dark match earlier tonight, but we have so much going on here tonight, and be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to 3-Dub Wrestling if you haven't already. Guys, you are in for a big treat here tonight at TBX. We go.
Look at this place. Michigan Stadium, over 100,000 strong. You can feel the electricity in the air, the lights, the energy, the history, the atmosphere. This is not just another night. This is TBX. Tonight, we are making history. Tonight, championships will be defended. Rivalries will explode, legacies will be tested, and by the end of the night, every single person watching here and watching around the world is going to remember exactly where they were for the biggest main event in 3-Dub history. We've got the best of the best on this card. The 3-Dub World Championship will be defended inside the Elimination Chamber. And on behalf of everyone in 3-Dub, I just want to say what an honor it is to stand here tonight as your official host for...
Oh boy, here we go. And that didn't take long to get things started here tonight. Here comes the president of 3-Dub Wrestling. Yeah, baby, here we go. President James Black has been through a roller coaster of events this season, and it is a miracle that he is standing tall, walking to the ring here tonight. We all know the history and what has taken place this past year way back at Guaranteed Money when James Black was struck by a car, and we found out that it was the special advisor, Matt Eighthstone. Rivalry and tension that began 7 years ago at the big event 3 when those two were in arguably one of the biggest main events in big event history at TB3.
Evo the Superfan. First of all, you're doing a hell of a job already. And you deserve this opportunity. I look at you and it's like you love this company like I love it. You know, you love this event, and tonight you represent exactly what TBX is supposed to be about. Passion, loyalty, and giving these fans everything we've got. So thank you. But I didn't come out here tonight in Michigan Stadium just to welcome the people to the big event. You said it yourself. This is the biggest stage we've ever had, which means there's no better place to handle this. Matthew, 8th star. A month ago, we found out the truth. You were pulling the strings. You were working the angles. And you were behind the hit and run at Guaranteed Money. You tried to cripple me, to take control and rewrite this company in your image. And 2 weeks ago, you showed your hand again. You reminded everyone that if you're fired, takedown goes with you. You take the archives, you take the history, and you burn it all to the ground. For a while, that mattered. For a while, that scared people. But not anymore. Because this week, I had a conversation with Mr. Drew. And for the first time since all of this started, he's given me the green light to handle this however I see fit. So I'm done negotiating. I'm done waiting, and I'm definitely done playing your game. Last week, I gave you an opportunity, a match. You and me. It could have taken place right here tonight at TBX, but you being the coward that you are, you said no. But it's your lucky day, Matt, because I'm giving you one last chance. Not as a request, not as a favor. This is an ultimatum. You have two choices. You accept a match with me at Global Impact, or I fire you.
Oh boy! Now we're getting down to...
If that means you walk out of here with takedown, then go ahead. Do it. Because let's be honest, Matt. What are you really going to do with it? You don't have a platform. You don't have a roster. You don't have a company. All you have is an illusion of control. You say you'll erase history? Then go ahead. But understand something. You're not just erasing me, Matt. You're erasing you too. You're erasing everything, including your own legacy. So do it. Pull the trigger. Prove to everyone that you're willing to burn your own name to the ground just to avoid standing across the ring from me. Or you could grow a pair of balls, stop running, and fight me, you son of a bitch.
Oh man, what's it gonna be?
Because you and I both know that that is the only way that this is going to end.
Oh, wait a second.
That was very compelling, James. I mean, really? Did it make you feel better to get that off your chest?
Answer the question, Matt.
No. See, you don't get to control this moment. Not on my terms, and not here. You want to risk everything? My legacy, my position, my leverage? All because you feel empowered? You think I'm bluffing, James? But you see, here's the thing. I don't rush decisions like that. Not when the stakes are this high. And not when I hold all the cards. You'll get your answer. But just give it a minute. Maybe later tonight. So calm down just a little bit. I'll even tell you good luck tonight. Finish the show. If you shall have one when this is over.
Oh man, Matt 8-Star coming to the Tron to address James Black. But guys, we did not get an answer. According to Matt 8-Star, we'll get an answer here tonight. James Black officially challenging Matt 8-Star to a match at Global Impact here in just 2 weeks. Guys, that is a monumental matchup if it takes place. Will Matt 8-Star agree to the terms? Well, if he doesn't, he's going to be fired. So maybe Matt's trying to find a loophole here tonight before he jumps to any conclusions and makes a decision. But guys, we have a massive card here for you tonight, including this. The once upon a time undefeated Hexen takes on who is his creator, said to be Jack Harvey, returning to 3-Dub, and that's not just a match, it's a casket match here tonight. And then we've got the Tag Team Championships on the line as the Brothers in Arms, Devil Dog and War and Peace, take on Townsend Enterprises for the titles. Another title on the line, the National Championship, and these two are not strangers to one another as Lars Morrison defends in a steel cage against Scott Adams, and another pair of enemies that are not strangers to one another. An Iron Man match for the XTV Championship. Will King defends against Josh Armstrong. The women's Undisputed title on the line in a Russian Roulette Gauntlet match as Danny Moore defends. And don't forget Hall of Famer Athena in that matchup. We got a submission match against two former Team Tap Out members, two former tag team champions. The veteran Drew Tanner takes on the up-and-comer Jacob Fowler. International title on the line, fatal four-way match. Kurt Brooks, the Arrival, defends the title against Dargus Mortrix and Jeroen Mercury. And look at this, guys, the big deal. Back in action tonight. Unsanctioned against a long foe, long-time enemy, the Snake, Jimmy Shadow. We're going to kick things off here tonight. The opening match will be the Global Championship Elimination Chamber as MDX defends against Roscoe, Nick Knox, TJ Renegade, Sander Cool, and Joe Rivers. And don't forget about the big main event. Chris Harris defends the 3-Dub World Heavyweight Championship against Chris Conley, Jaden Walker, John Awesome, Twan Montana, and Dylan Mason. The biggest main event in 3-Dub history takes place here tonight in Michigan Stadium. And here we go. It is time. We have got the Elimination Chamber down to the ring, and it is time for our first championship match, our first Elimination Chamber. Stay tuned with us, guys. Hit that like button. The following contest is an Elimination Chamber match and is for the Global Championship. Introducing first, from Boston, Massachusetts, weighing 228 pounds, TJ Renegade. TJ Renegade, somewhat of a loose cannon over the past several months. Of course, we've seen the fallout from Team Tap Out. I'm sure we'll talk about that several times here tonight. He was kind of the first to initiate, maybe not directly, but initiate the process of Team Tap Out falling apart. He opted to not go into tags with Jacob Fowler and instead pursue his own singles championship, which he had some issues trying to capture the XTV title. Eventually has landed himself in the Global Championship division and now has a big opportunity to win a title here tonight at the 10th big event. Roscoe has had several issues with many superstars in this matchup, including TJ Renegade. Remember earlier this season, Roscoe Wallace able to capture and carry that XTV championship before it had eroded over to Will King and Josh Armstrong. Prior to that, Roscoe Wallace carrying the championship for a good deal of time. After, of course, combining the Extreme title and the Hardcore title at the beginning of Season 10. TJ Renegade getting involved with Roscoe Wallace during that championship run, and of course MDX also heavily involved in that. Roscoe Wallace looking to continue the impressive year he has had here in Season 10. And from the waistline, 275 pounds. Well, you want to talk about impressive. Definitely someone who is viable to win Rookie of the Year, even in his short period of time here in Season 10, making an impressive debut here in 3W Wrestling, and right away gets thrusted into the Global Championship title division. He's had some issues with Joe Rivers and Sander Cool over the past couple of months, and now looks to capture his first championship here in 3W Wrestling. Speaking of Rookie of the Year, don't forget, effectively starting early this week here, not tomorrow, but the day after, Tuesday, we will see those Turnbuckle Award polls hit social media. Be sure to vote for your favorite Superstar of the Year, Match of the Year, Rookie of the Year, as well as many other categories. Jersey City, New Jersey, 251 pounds. MDX, another superstar who's had an impressive year. You gotta remember, in Season 9, he was the most improved Superstar of the Year, voted on in the Turnbuckle Awards. And he continued to show that through the course of Season 10. This is the season where the Monarchy officially split up. The remaining remnants of what it was, and that was MDX and Roscoe Wallace. And you thought they were both going to turn to the dark side, if you will, but MDX quickly reminded by Roscoe Wallace that only one of them was dark enough, and that ended up being Roscoe turning against the fans, turning against MDX. But ultimately, that was the conduit for MDX to finally achieve getting gold, and that is the Global Championship, as he carries it into the chamber here tonight. And from Lafayette, Indiana, 241 pounds, Joe Rivers. Well, the veteran of the crew here tonight, been a part of many big events. You know, he feels good about, well, despite maybe that look on his face, feels good about being a part of TB10 here tonight. Backtrack just a year ago, Joe Rivers involved in that main event for the 3-Dub Championship with Noah Youngblood and Remy Resnick, both of which are not currently contracted or involved with 3-Dub Wrestling. Joe Rivers was the one who made out with that, though he didn't make out with the 3-Dub Championship tonight. He's got a chance to walk out with the Global Championship against a couple guys in this matchup, big arch enemies of Joe Rivers. Going to start this match out. We also know that the man that's going to start out with him is the cool one from the Netherlands, weighing 235 pounds, Sander Cool. Oh, Sander Cool, the creator of the Global Championship. He will never let anybody forget that. But it is a major feat in his career. He's done a lot of great things in 3-Dub Wrestling, and creating the Global Championship, to me, one of the most prestigious things that he has done. That is etching his name forever in history. On a trip down memory lane, it was the European Championship and the National Championship that would come together, and Sander Cool would merge into creating the Global Championship, and it's been on a good run thus far. Been in the hands of a couple of these superstars involved in this match here tonight, as MDX is the man to carry it in, and can Sander bring home his creation here tonight? Well, we know the long-time history between Sander Cool and Joe Rivers, and how ironic of them to start this matchup here tonight, one-on-one, as we await every 90 seconds for another superstar to enter the fray. And you know the rules, and look at that! Savant kick right out the gate from Joe Rivers into a flurry of blows on a Sander Cool that is laid out on his back within the first minute of this matchup. And now back up to his feet, the collar and elbow kick to the mid, and it is Joe Rivers continuing, but look out, Sander missing. Trying to get back on his feet here, and now big knee from Joe Rivers. As I mentioned, every 90 seconds or so, we will have a new superstar at random enter the matchup here. And here's a triangle chokehold from Joe Rivers, trying to put out Sander early, and it's Sander with a test of strength to break out. Here comes our first competitor, looking to enter into the matchup, and who is it going to be? Will the champion enter? Oh, look at Sander. It looks like it's going to be TJ Renegade, former member of Team Tap Out. He's had plenty of interactions with all 5 other superstars, and here's Joe. Look out! Object of this matchup is to be the last man standing. Pinfalls and submissions will eliminate you. You will be asked to leave the matchup all the way down till there's one man left. The winner of that, the last man standing, will end up having the Global Championship. Joe Rivers breaking up the pinfall there. That is not necessarily what I would assume the game plan would be in this matchup. You want everybody to be eliminated. And here we go. The 4th competitor entering in the match, and it is the newcomer, Nick Knox. Like I said, man, a rise shot out of the cannons is Nick Knox, and what a big opportunity he has here tonight in his first big event. So, as you can see, this matchup, a lot of sponsors in this matchup. Pinfall on Sander, and almost got 3. Both Elimination Chambers, you will see the chamber later tonight, the same fashion as this one. Company wants to make sure it gets plenty of sponsors out for these bigger matches. That is why the arena looks different than it will for the rest of the night. Just throwing that out there. Now we're down. Will it be MDX or Roscoe Wallace? And here comes Joe again with Sander and no Sander. Able to free himself as Roscoe Wallace, the prodigy, enters the fray. Not before bridging suplex pin, kick out the Knox. Sander goes down. I think it was a stomp. A stomp to Sander. 2 count, 3 count. Sander is the first to get eliminated and will not get his hands back on his creation. You know that is going to upset him. And I did not see that come. Sander eliminated before even all 6 members are in this matchup. Still have the champ to enter in. And just as I speak, here comes the champ entering right now. Now there are 5 individuals in the ring. Sander Cool has already been eliminated. Oh, and there is MDX. Shot out of a cannon right away. Big spin out, sit out bomb to TJ Renegade, who hangs on. And now look at Roscoe. Bringing down Knox on the top turnbuckle. Brain buster of sorts. And a ripcord knee from Rip. And what a night this is going to be, guys. There's now a hook of the leg on the champ. And could we have a guaranteed new champ? No, we don't. DX able to stay alive. Joe Rivers. Been in this matchup for the longest. Followed by TJ Renegade. Oh, wait a minute! The champ just tapped out! MDX just tapped out the TJ Renegade, and we are guaranteed to have a new global champion here tonight to start off the show. Joe Rivers takes a big spill, and Nick Knox, no, not going to be able to put him away. So far, Joe Rivers has eliminated Sander Cool, and TJ Renegade has eliminated the champion, MDX. We are down to 4 individuals. Knox now driving Joe. Driving Joe into the mat, and now the ref with the 2, and a kick out once again from Rivers. And down goes the ref. Dangerous environment inside the Elimination Chamber. Even the referees are risking their careers. And now, Renegade trying to eliminate Roscoe Wallace for a second elimination. But no referee to count the submission hold, and now Roscoe turns the tables. Steve Seeds is down and out. Nick Knox working on Joe Rivers, and down goes Roscoe. Steve Zeebs luckily back up to his feet, back in the action. And here's Renegade again. No. This time Roscoe able to power out of the submission hold from TJ Renegade. And look at this Nick Knox. Just an impressive human being, and with a massive DDT, is he able to put away Roscoe, and he does. You can see the slower count from Steve Zeebs after taking that big bump. But nonetheless, he's still in the game, and Roscoe has been eliminated, guys. We are down to halfway now. Big back body drop. Joe Rivers trying to take out Nick Knox and only gets a 1 count. Oh man! Turning him inside out. And Joe Rivers, 2, 3 count. Rivers is eliminated. And TJ Renegade doing the smart thing. Taking his time, letting Nick Knox do what he has to do and eliminates Joe Rivers, and now a refreshed TJ Renegade back in the game. Oh no, that's not gonna last long. Down to 2 people, guys. Which one of these 2 are gonna become the new global champion? What a way to start things out here tonight. Michigan Stadium, home of the Wolverines. Elimination Chamber, our first title defense of the night. A guaranteed new champion about to be crowned. Will it be TJ Renegade or will it be the new talent, Nick Knox? The name of the game has completely changed now. With everybody eliminated, this is boiled down to a traditional one-on-one matchup. Well, as traditional as you can be when you're surrounded by over a mile worth of steel. Look out. There we go. The triangle choke. And now Renegade's got it locked in. And Nick Knox is going to use that strength, or what he has left of, to power out of the submission hold. Big right hand from Nick Knox. Knox now, look out! Big time maneuver. Will it be enough for Knox to get the 3? And it won't. 1 3/4 kick out from TJ Renegade, but Knox is not slowing down. Knox is not slowing down. Massive knee right in the cranium. And a 2 count. No, another kick out from Renegade. What a show of fortitude from the Southern Snake, former member of Team Tap Out, and a tag team champion. He's been a hardcore champion. And he's looking to become a global champion here tonight. Knox is really taking it to him though, and look out, look at that. Innovative neck breaker. Seated neck breaker, basement variety to the side, and now an Irish whip off the ropes has Knox face planting TJ Renegade. Kick to the forehead, kick to the mid, brought him down into the submission again, and he's got him. And Nick Knox, can he hang on? Can he use that strength to power out one last time? Well, it seems he does. That or TJ Renegade might have slipped from the hold. But it's down to mano a mano, and down goes Knox again with a big knee to the back of the head. And Renegade, kick to the mid. Looking for a big suplex, he lands it. Gotta find something to try to put away Nick Knox, who's quickly back to his feet with big chops, big right hands, big chops. Oh man, taking him down, double knuckles to the throat. Oh no, Knox now driving him down. And that is it for TJ Renegade. 2 count, no, and a kick out. And oh man, Renegade doing everything he can, and look out! Famouser from Knox. And now the massive claw on the temples of TJ Renegade, and we got a new champ. What a way to kick off the night. here in Michigan Stadium. TBX Elimination Chamber, and we have a new champ. And it boiled down to Nick Knox and TJ Renegade, and what a storied rivalry them two have had. But what a storied career it is starting to become for Nick Knox, as his first big event is successful with a global championship victory. Here is your winner and new global champion, Nick Knox. Oh, what a way to cap off your first season here in 3-Dub Wrestling, and what a bright future that young man has.
What do I have left to say about this match? Nothing. I've said all that needed to be said. I said everything that needed to be said. I addressed every single person that needed to be addressed. And now the time for talk is over. Now the time is put up or shut up. Now is the time to prove that everything I've said and everything that I stand for is 100% true. Now is the time for me to back up everything that has come out of my mouth. And we all know that I'm more than capable of that. We all know that I'm more than ready to do exactly that. I guess the question is, are you ready for me to do that?
What a way to kick things off here at TBX. If that's just the beginning, we are in for something special tonight.
Brothers and sisters, 10 long years. And here we are. The big event. Number 10. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Oh, Russ. Hey, man.
You're doing great. Seriously. For the first segment, strong, confident, good pacing, a little nervous, but that's what's expected when you're filling in.
Filling in?
Yeah, man. Hosting. My job.
No. I'm the host tonight.
No, brother. I think you are. You see, James basically told me backstage at Back Out that I could be the host. And I mean, it's the 10th anniversary. The church is here. We did commemorative special retirement seat tour packages, even though it's not my retirement tour, but nonetheless, he basically told me I'm the host, which, if I read between the lines, means I am the host.
There they are! Host, it's TB20. How y'all doing, baby?
It's
10
TBX.
Right!
TB10.
That's right! TB20, Roman noodles, we know!
That's... no.
Oh, this is bigger than last year! This is so much bigger than last year! We doubled
All right,
it!
listen.
We doubled it!
I'm the host. He's shadowing me.
No, I'm the host. You're just...
Well, see, the thing is, guys, I kind of already told people that I was, hosting the second half. So if we could just maybe,
No!
All right, we can just circle back to that one.
Russell.
Tony! Brother Mercer! How you doing these days? Hey, great performance earlier.
Why aren't me and Oscar Eric aligned with the church?
What do you mean?
You, Yokozuna, the church. Why are we not included?
Great question. You've always been given the best questions, Brother Mercer. See, the thing is, things about that infrastructure, you know, timing, alignment, it's a... You know what? Evo is actually handling that kind of stuff tonight. Right, buddy?
Wait, what?
We'll circle back. We'll circle back.
What a moment here. The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Buck Buckley and Tony Mercer showing up here tonight at the big event. Introducing first, at a combined weight of 469 pounds, the team of War and Peace and Devil Dog, brothers in arms. Well, what a road these two have had over the past several months. We'll touch base on soon, but look at who's coming to the ring at a combined weight of 558 pounds. Representing Townsend Enterprises, they are the tag team champions. Lance Hagen and Hall of Famer Caleb Stone. Is it me, or does that title look like a toy on big Lance Hagen? Oh man. Nonetheless, we got a big tag team title match here tonight. And as I was mentioning, the challengers, War and Peace and Devil Dog, albeit longtime friends, had a little stumble earlier this year. War and Peace maybe acting out of pocket a little out of character for himself after dealing with his twin brother at the end of season 9. Nonetheless, rekindling with Devil Dog Hartford and getting this tag team title opportunity here tonight. But across the ring from them are one of the most dominant tag teams that we have seen in quite a bit here in 3W Wrestling. Townsend Enterprises, the faction itself, has been a little overwhelming for the roster here in 3W Wrestling, but nonetheless, Hall of Famer Caleb Stone, who's one of the most decorated tag team superstars in all of 3W history. You got that going for you, and then big Lance Hagen standing dang near 7 foot tall, pushing that 400-pound mark. You got to watch out for that big 5-gallon bucket knee. As now the Hall of Famer up and over the top rope, War and Peace, doing a great job here, starting things off with Caleb Stone. Townsend Enterprises, CFT, of course, on the outside. Big night for Townsend Enterprises and Clarence Fletcher Townsend. Oh man, what a discus right hand from the Hall of Famer. Can't also forget, we found out that Matt 8-Star aligns himself now with Townsend Enterprises. I wonder how that is going to persuade Matt 8-Star's answer to James Black offering the match at Global Impact. Maybe it's CFT's lawyers trying to figure out how they can get around getting fired for Matt 8-Star. Now, Devil Dog entering into the matchup here now. He's had his history with both Caleb Stone and Lance Hagen, and now look at this. The wily vet trying to get an unconditional pinfall here. Ooh. Caleb Stone directing now towards War and Peace, who's not the legal man, but back inside. The Devil Dog Hartford. Look at what's War and Peace doing here? We got some tag team action. Oh man, referee Jim Kelly Make sure that War and Peace gets out of the ring here before getting disqualified. We go cradle suplex for Double D. Now in the corner, waiting for the Hall of Famer to get back to his feet, who desperately needs to make a tag, and look at that. Step up, stomp down. And now Double D driving the knees into the skull, right in the ear hole of Caleb Stone. Look at that, a baseball bat slid into the ring. No questions as to who did that. And look at that, it's going to go against him as now Caleb Stone with a pinfall, but the referee, distracted by the belt, isn't going to get to the pin quick enough, and Double D breaks out, but not before a last ride. Man, how did he pull that off, the last ride? Devil Dog able to kick out at 2. And, oh man. We go, ooh. Driving DDT right in Townsend's corner. Caleb Stone almost able to make a tag there, but blocked by Devil Dog, who now seemingly has control of Stone. And look at this. Man, impressive power slam. One of the oldest superstars on the roster. He's been around here since roughly season 4. Can't forget that big matchup with James Black, of all people, at the big event 5. Which actually put Devil Dog in a coma. Didn't know if he was ever going to wrestle again, and now look at him here with a spine buster and a hook on the leg and a chance at the titles, but broken up by Hagen. Caleb Stone still yet to get a tag in. Now we're getting a tag back in to War and Peace as the brothers in arms with a big back body drop, showing a good sense of double team. And now missing with a moonsault to Stone, finally able to get a tag into Hagen. And here comes the Monster and his hip tossed down. Good awareness here by War and Peace, but not enough for the big man. Just look at the size of the Monstar, Lance Hagen. What an addition to Townsend Enterprises that has been here this season. Devil Dog trying to get a forearm in on the big man, and that's definitely how you got to approach Lance Hagen. As we get a tag back into the Hall of Famer and a double shoulder block, and a little early on the tag back for Caleb Stone, who started this match out for quite some time, but now maybe refreshed here. Going to work on War and Peace. It's one thing the Hall of Famer knows how to do is slow the tempo of the matchup. Now wrenching the neck for a 1 count only. But still, going to work on the endurance of War and Peace. Oh man, oh man. Forearm to the back of the neck and tag back into the Monstar, and now a double back body drop. Slams down War and Peace. Kicked out of the corner. Ward now picking up the big man, slamming him down. 330 pounds. War and Peace able to get Lance Hagen up and down, and now again with a reverse atomic drop and all of that. Gotta prompt a tag. War and Peace, what a feat. And now it's Devil Dog here to mop up big Lance Hagen. Oh, now look at Devil Dog able to slam him down. Oh, man. Big boot from Hagen, who's able to tag in. Caleb Stone, who's going to try to put this one away now, as he's got Last ride. Once again, this time to Double D and a 2-count kick out. Caleb Stone unable to put away Devil Dog Hartford, and now an Irish whip. Risking in the corner of Townsend, an immersive superplex to the outside. Right in front of Hagen and CFT himself. Caleb Stone goes down hard on the thin-matted concrete. Stone right back at it. The CFT was able to distract Devil Dog and a powerbomb. Powerbomb on the thin-matted concrete in response from Caleb Stone. And could that be it here? No, it's War and Peace. Able to break up. The pinfall, and now here we go. It's Devil Dog trying to get his wits back about him, driving him down with a DDT. James Black watching closely here tonight, keeping an eye on everything Townsend Enterprises, and down goes the big man hard. And Hagen slammed down spinebuster from Devil Dog. Another big show of strength from the brothers in arms. Here we go, reverse the Irish whip to the outside. Oh no, guillotine. Devil Dog. Good ring smarts and awareness, but the big boot takes his head off. Now it's Hagen. In control, climbing to the top, and the bird burn. Driving 330, hook of the leg, kick out from Devil Dog. Man, oh man. Oh man. Devil Dog able to stay alive in this tag titles matchup. Big Russian leg sweep into a flurry of blows. Kick to the forehead, Devil Dog, and now missing with a kick is Hagen, but an Irish whip off the ropes. Oh, and catching an elbow to the forehead. Big right hand, Hagen. Oh, got him. Two big bald heads going at it here. Big right hands. Oh no! Devil Dog mounting a comeback here. And Townsend trying to distract Devil Dog into the collar and elbow. Atomic drop and a splash. Across the chest of Devil Dog and a tag in. It's the Hall of Famer, and here comes Peace, taken down quickly. But it's Stone once again. Elbows to the side of the head and War and Peace. Gonna break free, look out. Into submission. Oh no, wait a minute. Down goes CFT. Devil Dog. And down goes Devil Dog, lands Hagen from the apron. And chaos has broken out on the outside of the... Oh, wait a minute. Chris Chaos. Oh no. The twin brother of War and Peace. Wait a minute. New tag team champions. Your brothers in arms. Referee Jim Kelly.
Okay, let's not pretend like that didn't just happen. We just lost the tag team championships.
Sadly, it don't matter how it happened. We still lost them.
Guys, enough. Emotion is for people who don't understand control like we do. We didn't lose because we're weaker. We lost because for one moment we weren't precise. That's fixable. But what isn't fixable is what happens if this slips.
It won't.
It can't. because everything we are runs through you tonight.
Then stop worrying. I'll handle it.
I'm not worried. I'm preparing. Lars, you don't hesitate tonight.
As if I ever do.
And you will?
I'll make it right.
Good. We haven't lost control tonight. We tested it, and now we tighten it.
They called it unsanctioned. Like that was supposed to change my mind about this.
You know, they tried to control you for the entirety of your career, but they never could, Jimmy.
I've been thinking, after everything we've done, after everything we've built, this worked.
Worked?
Yeah. We made noise. We made a fucking impact. But now, it's time for us to take that further.
Yeah, we're gonna be on our own for now.
On our own.
My path to becoming Triple Crown is right there for the taking.
And I've got mine. There's no telling what's gonna happen in this match with Hunter and I tonight. But this time, I'm not bringing Los Salvadores down with me.
So this is it?
No. This is just the next step.
We have to do this alone. Los Salvadores will never die. He's always said that, and I will stand by it to this day. We just evolve.
And whatever happens next,
we'll handle it our way.
Oh, maybe it looks like Los Salvadores going their separate ways, starting here tonight. You can see CFT not happy about losing the tag team titles early. The following contest is a submission match. Introducing first, from Hollywood, California, weighing 235 pounds, Jacob Fowler. Also somebody that's had a rather impressive first year here in 3Dub Wrestling. Gotta remember he debuted on the Blaze brand when he would show up to help Jaden Walker. That relationship would go a long way. In fact, he would be a part of Team Tap Out and go on to win the Tag Team Championships, not only with TJ Renegade, but also with Drew Tanner. This man, right here, and his opponent from New Hampshire, 262 pounds, the Portsmouth Punisher, Drew Tanner. For a while there, you would think that these two would have been inseparable from training in the dojo and having each other's back every step of the way. Drew Tanner acting as a mentor to Jacob Fowler until things started to go south and Jacob Fowler's mood turned sour. That led to massive tension between Tanner and between Jacob Fowler. And tonight, will we see Fowler use the figure 4 leg lock on Drew Tanner, a move that Tanner showed Jacob Fowler how to perfect? And we've started it out here. Submission matchup that is the only way to win this match is to make your opponent tap out. Ironically enough, two members and a former tag team champion from Team Tap Out. What a way to officially put the Tap Out chapter in the books here tonight. Of course, we've seen TJ Renegade almost win the global title earlier. We'll see Nightshade in a big Russian roulette gauntlet match later. And you can't forget Jaden Walker in his first 3Dub World title opportunity inside the chamber. The main event later tonight. Team Tap Out splintering all across the board here in 3Dub. And these two, the only two that are not in contention for a championship tonight, but oh man, the one-on-one rivalry has grown to be too excessive. Needs to be settled in this environment. Tanner able to overpower Fowler, man. Right hand from the granite fist. As now Tanner goes to work on Fowler in the corner. Again, referee Jim Kelly officiating this matchup. Both of these superstars familiar with Jim Kelly as he was the referee on the Blaze brand. Plenty of work beyond under the belt of Mr. Kelly. Now here's Fowler. Pulling him out of the corner and going to work on that leg. This is going to be a battle of figure 4 versus figure 4. And whose is going to be supreme? Will it be the veteran or will it be the student? Big time springboard crossbody. That is the one thing that Jacob Fowler has up on. Oh no, here we go. Here we go. Into the figure 4 already in this matchup. And can Drew Tanner hang on? That he does. Not only was he able to teach Fowler how to do the figure 4 leg lock, but you gotta imagine there's little tricks up the sleeve that Drew Tanner still knows that he didn't teach Jacob Fowler. And Fowler now with a vertebraker, sending the pain shooting down the spine of Drew Tanner, who now takes a flapjack face first on the mat. Smash from the mid-rail, and now it has been Jacob Fowler with the upper hand. Still working on that lower body region, the legs. Getting the blunt of the punishment here from Jacob Fowler, and that is good game planning from Fowler. And you got to know that that is coached to him by Drew Tanner. Look at him. Going back with a good vertical crossbody. Nicely done bridging suplex, but you can't get the pinfall here. Can only win via submission, and here we go. The master of the figure 4 has it locked in on his former tag team partner. And Jacob Fowler, knowing a thing or two about how to break out of it, is able to do so in a mid-rail double axe handle from Tanner, who revisits the mid-rail and is going to try for a second axe handle that takes Fowler right back down to the mat. The knowledge and the wisdom of Drew Tanner is what has him with the advantage here in this matchup. Oh, here we go once again. Ready to lock it in for the second time. And will this be the one? No, it is not. Once again, Fowler able to break out of the figure 4 leg lock hold. Now Tanner, no Fowler. Whipping Tanner up and over the top rope as we venture to the ring apron. Oh, man. Slamming him down with a big DDT on the hardest part of the ring as this match has now entered to the outside area. And he's going to put the leg lock on outside. And you're not going to be able to win out here, but the punishment continues, and it's Tanner able to reverse the hold. Tanner reverses the pressure on the hold, and the plan backfires for Jacob Fowler. Look at Tanner. Unable to tap out on the outside. That has to be performed in the ring. That could have definitely be considered a loss out there. That is not within the rules of the matchup. Jacob Fowler trying to come up with a game plan and ended up working against him, and now it's inside the ring again with both superstars, and Drew Tanner has the upper hand and has the legs again for a third figure four leg lock, and now Fowler can't take it. Fowler's gonna tap to the master of the figure four leg lock. You can see it right here. Tanner would have tapped out and would have lost this matchup if that would have been inside the ring. Here is your winner, Drew Tanner. But the teacher prevails and overcomes the student in a big-time matchup here. And oh man, what a night it has been thus far here at the Big Event 10. We are live here from Michigan Stadium, and guys, don't forget a big unsanctioned match still to come later tonight, where the general manager Hunter Deal returns to the ring to face longtime nemesis Jimmy Shadow.
You good?
Yeah. Just trying to slow everything down.
I'm guessing you saw what happened with Matt.
Yeah, I saw it.
Same thing as always. Talk, stall, delay.
Do you think he's actually thinking about it? Or just dragging this one out?
I figured it out. Matt doesn't think. He positions. And he tries to control the moment.
And you?
And I'm done letting him do that.
It just feels different tonight.
It is different. Because Drew gave me the green light.
Then it's real.
Yeah, but this isn't just about me tonight. Hall of Fame? A match with Jimmy?
Yeah.
Hey, listen. You earned it. All of it.
10 years, man. 10 years. All of it kind of hits you at once. You think you've got it all under control. And then it just...
This is going to be one of the defining moments of your career. You go handle your night, and I'll handle mine.
Now let's just see if I can survive at first. I should go get ready. Hey, whatever he decides, just finish this.
Oh, I will. Don't you worry about that.
I have been in this company for over 5 years. I have had many world championships. But the only world championship that has eluded me throughout my career has been the 3-dub World Heavyweight Championship. I have had many faces, some of which I haven't been very proud of, some that have gone over with the crowd. I have failed as much as I have triumphed. But the one thing that keeps consistent is the fact that I don't give up. No matter how many times I fall, I get back up. And at TBX, it's not going to be any different. If I fall, I'm going to get back up to triumph. So, let's start at the very top. Let's start with where's your win over me, Dylan Mason. As I recall, last time we had a match, I beat you 1, 2, 3. Dylan, you're not as unbeatable as you make yourself out to be. And at TBX, it's not going to be any different. You're not going to win. Then there's Jaden Walker the Shark. Jaden, you might be the future, but as everybody keeps on reminding you, this is not the future, this is the present. And this is not a movie. This is not Jaws. But if it was Jaws, I'd be the human at the end of the movie that stops you. And we can't forget about the self-proclaimed icon, Twan Montana. Twan, few little titles may make you look grandiose. I used them myself. I used to say that I was simply the best. And don't get me wrong, I am simply the best at what I do. But titles, they don't help you win. And at TBX, the title of Icon is not going to be any different. It's not going to give you an advantage. And of course, then there's Chris Connolly. There's not much to say about you, Chris Connolly, except you're not worth my time. You lost the World Heavyweight Championship just as fast as the fast count that I gave you to take away the title from Townsend Enterprises and Christopher Harris. Speaking of Christopher Harris, I'm still here. And if I have to get through every single one of those competitors to get to you and take the World Heavyweight Championship away from you, you better believe that that's what I'm going to do. After all, that's why you tried to take me out unsuccessfully. At TBX, there's no more running.
Well, John Awesome, a big opportunity in the main event later tonight. Can he win his first 3-dub World Heavyweight Championship? And guys, another title on the line right here, right now. As you can see, the ring ropes have been removed, and it is time for the XTV title. Iron Man is a hardcore Iron Man match. Here we go. And this for the XTV Championship. Introducing first, the challenger from Chicago, Illinois, weighing 237 pounds, the Armed Armageddon, Josh Armstrong. Oh, what a ride it has been for Josh Armstrong. And seemingly it all started back last season when he went through an almost year-long rivalry with Jaden Walker and falling to Jaden multiple times. And then dealing with a personal suspension where he had missed 90 days. And he returned a different man, only to be burnt by Will King in the face with a fireball. That would lead to more time off. He would return with a vengeance towards Will King. And from Newark, New Jersey, weighing 275 pounds, representing Townsend Enterprises, he is the Extreme Television Champion, the entity, Will King. Now, Will King was able to capture the Extreme Television Championship, but now he has to deal with the wrath of Josh Armstrong, the Armed Armageddon. And guys, this is going to be a 15-minute time limit. And the most pinfalls or submissions you can score within that 15 minutes will prompt you to be the winner of this matchup. The superstar with the most wins, the most victories, will walk out with the Extreme Television Championship. And you can't forget the rules of this matchup. As you see, no ring ropes surround the squared circle. Anything goes. Falls count anywhere in these Extreme Television Championship matches. Will King now with the power of Townsend Enterprises backing him, and you gotta imagine in a situation like this, well, if you're Josh Armstrong, you gotta keep your head on a swivel and your eyes peeled, because at any given moment, Townsend could get involved in this match. You've seen something similar earlier in the season. That is when we seen Bobby Galileo who's actually out on injury currently. That is when Bobby Galileo, Will King's former best friend, Seattle Seahawks Hall of Famer, debuted in one of these XTV title matches. You can see the VIP fans earning their spots around ringside, able to witness this matchup firsthand. All of which have signed the waivers, just in case things get a little out of hand here. 15 minutes. Falls count anywhere, anything goes. And here is the bell. Steve Zeebs here to officiate this matchup. And what a rivalry these two have been through over the past several months. Again, you gotta imagine the mindset that Josh Armstrong comes into this match with. After being burnt in the face by Will King, and that is why he wears that mask. And here we go. 2 count. Kick out. In fact, the mask is actually on the line here tonight. If Josh Armstrong were to lose, then not only does he not get the XTV championship, but he will have to remove the mask and potentially expose the scars and damage done by Will King. I know Josh Armstrong suffered second-degree burns on his face. Had to have surgery in order to get everything taken care of with skin grafts and all of the such. And you gotta imagine that he is just not real confident with the situation that he has been left with, thanks to Will King. That isn't just something that happens for a couple of months. It's something. Look at the arm Armageddon going to work on the arm. As I was saying, guys, that is a lifetime situation that Josh Armstrong is going to have to deal with and manage. Again, all thanks to the entity Will King. Here we go with a pinfall, trying to rack up the first count as we just tick into 2 minutes in this matchup. Oh man, float over, unprettier, hook of the leg again for a pinfall, and it's gonna not happen. Still really early in this matchup. Those VIP fans getting the experience of a lifetime. Look at this now. Another submission. And that is going to be one for Will King. A tap for Will King and quickly rolling to the outside. You got to think that may have been a strategic move. And look at the 2x4. With nails poking out. And that is exactly why I think Will King just went ahead and took that tap out. It is very early in the match, only 3 minutes in, and it is about to get very dangerous. If you ask me, that was somewhat of probably a smart decision. There's no rope breaks. So it's not like you can crawl to a rope and get the hold broke. If you were in a hold tight and locked in, it is tough to get out of. And in this situation, instead of making things worse for himself, Will King goes ahead and takes the first loss here. Is he going to take it again, though? Not going to happen. It's Josh Armstrong stays with the advantage early in this matchup, 1-0. What a historical night it is here tonight. And now another submission hold on the arms and another tap out for Will King. We are within 5 minutes of this matchup and already 2 submission victories for Josh Armstrong, and here's Will King. Gotta think up something quick. Gotta do something. Trying to get some control back in this matchup. You've got to get a pinfall or submission rather quickly here if you're Will King. Oh, look out. Here's Will now going to use the environment to his advantage. Something perfectly legal in this matchup. Oh, now look out! Man, face first down on the trash can lid. And oh man, now it is Will King with the upper hand here. And two, look at Rain DDT, thin matted concrete right into a pinfall. And is that going to be enough for Will to get his first victory? It's not. Not quite yet. Is Josh Armstrong able to kick out? And now here is Will, a second Rain DDT. Another quick pinfall, 2 count, 3 count. Will King takes it up to 2-1. Another standing submission here. Not going to get a third victory as Josh Armstrong as Will King now power slam on that thin matted concrete. And look at these fans awfully close to the action here. On a light tube, broken over the face of Josh Armstrong. And luckily he has that protective mask, which is one reason why the mask is on the line here tonight. Will King getting involved in these types of matchups. Josh has the upper hand wearing that mask up. Will King looking to stop that, and now Will King busted open. Oh, look out. Now that nailed up 2x4. Oh, man. Striking Will King in the legs and in the back area. And now it's Josh Armstrong once again. Another quick submission on Will King. And a tap out again. The score goes up to 3-1. As we inch closer to the halfway point in this matchup, it is already 3 victories for Josh Armstrong to the 1 pinfall victory of Will King. Now, well, right back into another quick pinfall as Will gets a 2 count, 3 count. Takes, oh no. My bad, I misspoke. Only 2, it looked like a 3. That was really, really close. Score remains 3-1 in the favor of Josh Armstrong. Oh man, driving down with the pile driver and a 2 count, 3 count. There it is, that time. Will King gets the pinfall, takes it up 3-2. Oh, here we go with a submission of his own. Can Will King tie it up with Josh Armstrong in the armbar? And no. Steve Kelly looking on closely, but there is no tap out from Josh Armstrong. Go. Oh, man. Dropping the heavy steel steps down onto the armed Armageddon. Look out, guys. Look out now. Come on. See the blood dripping all over the outside. That is Will King. Oh, man. Driven down hard again. Will King. No, able to kick out and save himself for more distance between the pin count victories. To say though, Will King is, oh, the back of his head just smacked the steel steps. He has already had a plethora of head injuries here in this matchup. Being attacked by that nailed 2x4. busting him wide open. Will King has lost a lot of blood here. Will King from out of nowhere, able to get him. 2 count, 3 count. Will King ties it up. 3-3 is the answer here, and another Rain DDT. A third Rain DDT, 2 count. Will King takes the lead. With 5 minutes left to go in this matchup, Josh Armstrong held the lead for 2/3 of the match, and now it's Will King up on Josh 4-3. Look at this. Surfboard stretch, tight maneuver. Will King gonna hang on there to preserve that 1 point advantage he has currently. Townsend Enterprises already lost one of their championships earlier tonight, the tag team titles. Will King, despite losing a lot of blood here tonight, still has 1 point upon Josh Armstrong. And can he hold that victory for another 4 minutes? Big steel chair shots from Josh prompts another pinfall, and boom, man, tying it up 4. Tying it up at 4. That just goes to show the energy depleted from Will King. That was the first pinfall victory for Josh Armstrong. There's Josh now. Going forward, the armbar classic. Locked in tight again. And another tap out for Will King. 3.5 minutes left in this matchup, and Josh has taken the lead again at 5-4. And there has been a lot taken out of Will King. You can see it. He is running on reserve tanks. The majority of the blood you see around the ring is from Will King. Josh Armstrong again. This time, a Rings of Saturn style. And another victory, taking it up to 6-4. And with just over 2.5 minutes, Will King is gonna fight hard here. Oh man. Another big blow, and another pinfall, and another point for Josh Armstrong. 7-4, guys. Armstrong has really taken it away from Will King here. Only a couple of ticks left. Man, oh man, another right to the face. But Will King and Josh Armstrong is really rubbing it in right now. Just taking it up to 8-4, and there is no chance that Will King is going to mount a comeback in the next 90 seconds. Oh, but he's going to try to. He's going to try another Rain DDT. Another Rain DDT, but Josh Armstrong kicks out. That is not good times for Will King. Well, you have no room to waste time here. You gotta get in there. You gotta get 4 more victories at least to tie this match, and you got 65 seconds to do it. Oh man, float over on prettier. And Josh Armstrong, no. Score remains 8-4. 45 seconds. And it is not looking good for Will King. Another arm hold submission takes it up to 9 victories for Josh Armstrong. Man, oh man, Will King is in a world of trouble here tonight. He has lost a lot of blood. 13 seconds. And it's all a matter of Will King can go out on his feet or not. 3 seconds, 2, 1, and the match is officially over. Thank God. Will King is having a hard time staying here, guys. He has lost a lot of blood in this matchup. But for Josh Armstrong, able to finally get that revenge on Will King for disfiguring his face earlier this season. And what a dangerous, dangerous matchup this was for both of these individuals who will be nursing these wounds all the way until we kick off season 11. You know that's right. Oh, that is now 2 championships for Townsend Enterprises that have switched hands. They have officially lost the tag team titles and the Extreme Television Championship. Can they hold on to the national title, the women's undisputed title, and the 3-dub world title, all to be defended later tonight? But Josh Armstrong, the official victory count is 8-4 in this Iron Man Extreme match. And what a victory for the Armed Armageddon, Josh Armstrong. Here's your winner and new XTV champion, Josh Armstrong. Well, the question is this rivalry over between Will King and Josh Armstrong now that he keeps the mask and wins the title? We'll only find out through time. But for now, big night for Josh Armstrong. And I look at this. Look at all the blood all over Will King. He does not look good.
Talk to me. What happened? Will, how do you feel? Can you go?
I'm fine. Get off!
No, he is not okay. He is coming with us.
Then listen carefully, Will. You didn't fail. You got targeted, and for you, we will respond accordingly.
It's not looking good, boss. He's lost a lot of blood.
That damn coward. Ooh, Josh Limparm is going to pay.
And that just changed the night?
No, my friends, that defined it. And now they expect us to hesitate. We don't hesitate, we escalate.
Who's next? Lars? You need to make an example out of Adams tonight.
That's right. Let them know that if they want to play hardball, then we're game. No exceptions, no restraint.
Good. That's all I needed to hear. It's time to collect some debt, restore order to not only Mahler country, but worldwide wrestling as a whole.
Redub, TVX, main event, World Heavyweight Championship Chamber Match. This match is all I can think about. It's all I've been able to think about. I haven't slept. I haven't eaten. I haven't cut my hair. I haven't shaved. Because I need to be locked in more than I've ever been. If I have any chance of winning this match. Because I know going in, I'm going to be the underdog. I'm going to be a boy amongst men. People are going to say. They're going to say I don't deserve my spot in the match. And you're right, I don't deserve it. I earned it! Because deserve has nothing to do with it. Deserve is a word that entitled people use when they don't get their way and they're upset about it. Deserve is a word Dylan Mason would use because he thinks he's fucking God and should just be handed everything. Deserve is a word that Chris Harris would use when he's not busy thirsting over his slut girlfriend. Deserve is a word Twan Montana would use when he's not busy thirsting over Chris Harris's slut girlfriend. Deserve is what Chris Conley will use when he's pissed off for the millionth damn time. And while John Awesome, I know you're gonna try to play it straight, be the good guy, you might not say you deserve it, but at the end of the day, John Boy, you gotta stop trying to play it. See, I'm in this match because I earned my spot. I'm in this match because I had to beat two men I called brothers. I'm not gonna let that victory go to waste. I have one chance left this season to make the most of it. Make sense of this world.
Well, Jaden Walker looking for a big moment to enter his first big event, main event, his first 3-dub world title matchup. And guys, we'll have to keep some updates on Will King. See if he is alright as he ventures off to a nearby medical center. But guys, want some additional content from 3-Dub Wrestling? Be sure to check out Dream Street Wrestling. All kinds of dream-style matches of all sorts. Only here at 3-Dub Wrestling. Be sure to check out the most latest one, the Casket Match between the iconic Sting and the Phenom, The Undertaker. But guys, coming up next, Fatal 4-Way. We contend for the International Championship. Be sure to stay tuned. Hit that like button.
Fatal 4-Way for the International Championship. Introducing first, from Belgium, weighing 210 pounds, the Archangel, Archer.
Oh, what a ride it has been for Martrix. Returning to 3-Dub Wrestling earlier this season to realign with his brother Dargus and reform the Resistance, in which they would go on to win another tag team championship and arguably one of the best Hall of Fame tag team careers for the Dutch brothers, the Belgium brothers, excuse me, Martrix and Dargus. Well, there was a lot of tension this year between them two. As Dargus, we will talk about later, ventured more to a dark side in Season 10 as Martrix will try to do the right thing. And in doing the right thing has led himself here to a International Championship matchup.
From the Netherlands, weighing 247 pounds, representing Los Salvadores, Hall of Famer, Yoru Mercury.
That's right, also making a big return this season. Coming out of retirement, the Hall of Famer, former world champion, Yoru Mercury. His claim here tonight is that the International Championship is the final looming title that he has not won in order to complete his title victories, his Grand Slam here in 3-Dub Wrestling. So can tonight be the night TBX, the big event in Michigan Stadium.
Then left me to burn. Now you choke on the smoke of your forgotten king. And from Belgium, weighing 219 pounds, the Dragon, Dargos.
As you can see, a darker version of the Dragon. As Dargos has ventured down a different path than what he is used to over the past several years since being in 3-Dub Wrestling. Turning on his brother who had only come back to 3-Dub to help Dargos and to win tag team championships. It ended up getting in a big matchup with Martrix, and Martrix would overcome Dargos. Now they both have an opportunity to walk out the international title tonight.
Weighing 238 pounds, he is the international champion. The arrival, Kurt Brooks.
Well, in a matchup where 3 out of the 4 individuals have made big returns to 3-Dub this season, this individual arguably had the biggest obstacle to climb upon returning to 3-Dub Wrestling as he answered the open challenge of Dylan Mason in order to get that international title rematch, and it would be not 1, not 2, but it would take 3 matches for Kurt Brooks to win the international title from Dylan Mason, but that would be because of a lot of, well, undocumented things that would happen during the matches that would cause Kurt Brooks to lose. In fact, there were at least one of the opportunities where he had the chance to win and should have won. Nonetheless, in the end, Kurt Brooks would win the international title, and now tonight returning to the big event, this time to defend the championship in a fatal 4-way match. It is Jeroen Mercury has had a lot of issues with Kurt Brooks, as Los Salvadores attacked the champion backstage several weeks ago. That would initiate the rivalry between Jeroen Mercury and Kurt Brooks. Oh man, what a discus right hand taking down Martrix. And you can't forget, Martrix was the actual #1 contender named by the general manager. But stipulations would be worked out in a tag team match would see Dargos and Jeroen Mercury face off against Martrix and Kurt Brooks. And Dargos and Jeroen getting the victory would add them to this matchup, making it a fatal 4-way. And now here is Dargos with a roll-up. This is a traditional fatal 4-way match. Only one pinfall or submission will seal the deal to grant ourselves a winner, whether it be still international champion Kurt Brooks or new international champion. Martrix, arguably the biggest matchup of his career. He's been missing from 3-Dub for a couple of seasons. Prior to that was a big part of the tag team division, of course, in the Resistance with his brother. Not much singles action for Martrix. He has won a hardcore title back in season 6, and now trying to get the pinfall. Is Dargos not going to happen though? And look at Jeroen. Going for a big tilt-a-whirl. Over, up and around, DDT, not going to happen. And it is Dargus to capitalize. And a snap suplex, and now it's, oh man, pinfall from Kurt Brooks. Standing moonsault miss, Dargus. Landing hard on the mat as Martrix, his brother, goes hard on the attack. Here we go. Maroon Mercury. Impressive Hall of Fame career. Not quite finished yet. Look at him cleaning up house here. And now Los Salvadores opting to go their separate ways. Following TBX here tonight, and can Maroon Mercury not only win that Grand Slam, but carry it all by himself? I have the faith that he can. He's done it before. Oh man, look at Brooks now. Damn. Oh, look at this. There's that powder that he used on Dylan Mason in that final international title match that helped him win the championship, using the powder or salt or whatever it was in the face of the dragon. And can that seal the deal here? No, a kick out from Dargus. Kurt Brooks resorting to the tactics that helped him win the international championship to begin with in an unfavorable situation. Now trying that once again here tonight at TBX. Oh man, look out. And now Dargus, no, it's Martrix. Martrix lands the stunner. 2 count, 3 count. Martrix scores the first victory in this 2 out of 3 falls matchup. And now your Ruin trying to get a victory of his own. Not sure I mentioned, probably did, failed to mention. This is a 2 out of 3 falls match. You got to score 2 victories in order to get the win. Now Martrix already has 1 victory up on the shelf here. Massive advantage for Martrix in the middle of this matchup, and now a sharpshooter from Yaroon trying to get a victory of his own again, and broken up by Martrix. Oh, Martrix has got the champ down. Martrix capitalizing on Yaroon. And no, Brooks able to kick out. Martrix trying to steal his second and final victory from the damage done by Yaroon on the champion. Here we go. Off the ropes, big time. Side slam from Dargus, who now climbs to the top rope. And look out! Man, oh man! Massive, massive! And no, a quick kick out here. Kurt Brooks not going to take the pinfall. And now it's down to brother on brother. Dargus and Martrix up and over. Martrix slamming him down. And now Martrix lands the stunner. And Martrix could take it away right here. And he does. Martrix is the new international champ. New international champion. Martrix. What a big victory. And look at Kurt Brooks with a show of respect. You needed 2 victories, and Martrix got them both. The only 2 victories in the matchup, a clean sweep for the Archangel. What a big title win for Martrix.
Wrestling under construction. Getting ready for what's next. And when it opens, you'll understand why it wasn't ready yet. But today isn't about that. No. Tonight is the big event 10. The Hexen. You keep reaching back like what you saw in our NWS Revolution days explains this. You saw it happening. You just didn't know what you were looking at. And now you're walking into TBX thinking you can read it. Stay ahead of it. Keep control of it. But you're still standing outside it. And that doesn't last. See, at TBX, at the big event 10, you don't get that distance anymore. And once you're in it, winning doesn't change it, no. Losing doesn't stop it. Because it's not about the result. It's about what starts to feel right when it shouldn't. And when that moment hits, you won't fight it. You will embrace your inner madness.
Oh man, that was a little creepy from the madness. You can't forget Jack Harvey and Hexen in a huge casket match later tonight here at TBX. What a matchup that's going to be. Can Hexen receive his second loss? But guys, coming up next, steel cage match as we get Scott Adams and Lars Morrison for the national championship. The following contest is a steel cage match and is for the national championship. That's right, now what could be the final opportunity for Scott Adams to get the national championship away from Lars Morrison. Know that he was in line to win the championship. In fact, many people thought that he should have won the championship. Redirected, if you will, by the big Russian Draven. I'm going to attempt to say his last name. Many believe that this Draven character has been a sign-on or a hiree for Townsend Enterprises. As we've seen them get involved with Lars Morrison retaining his title a couple of times now, we also seen him come down and be the man to count out Chris Conley in the freed-up world title match that took place, which granted Chris Harris that championship, which he will carry into the main event tonight. Luckily for Scott Adams, he was able to overcome Draven. A one-on-one matchup in the final episode of Blackout, in which he would be able to set the stipulation for this national title match, and it is going to take place inside the steel cage, preventing Draven or any other Townsend Enterprises member to enter into this matchup. Now, I will say, despite losing 2 championships already tonight, Townsend Enterprises has kind of played by the rules. They haven't gotten involved. In fact, it's been Chris Chaos got involved with Brothers in Arms to help them win the championship. So far, Townsend has played by the rules, and they're almost going to be forced to play by the rules here in this matchup, as the steel cage will surround the ring. This has been a dominating match type for Lars Morrison, who I believe is undefeated in steel cage matches. Can he continue that here tonight in the thick atmosphere of Michigan Stadium at TPX? National championship on the line. Introducing first, the challenger from England, weighing 247 pounds, the badass Brit, Scott Adams. And from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing 291 pounds, representing Townsend Enterprises, he is the national champion, Lars Morrison. Oh, the streak so far for Townsend Enterprises is not great this night. They've already lost the tag team championships and the Extreme Television title, which we still are waiting on an update for Will King's status after leaving in an ambulance earlier tonight. Can Lars Morrison continue his undefeated streak inside a steel cage, and can he bring back gold to Townsend Enterprises? If it is up to Scott Adams, that is not going to happen tonight, because Scott is full of steam and ready to take on Lars Morrison. This is not his first national title opportunity. We mentioned how he has kind of been screwed around a little bit lately by Townsend Enterprises, specifically this Draven character, big bad Russian, who Scott Adams was able to overcome on Blackout to earn this opportunity again and set the stipulation as steel cage. Interesting choice for Scott Adams, knowing that Lars Morrison has this kind of record in a steel cage match. Scott Adams is looking to go above and beyond tonight, not only take away a title, but take away a streak for Lars Morrison. And so far, things are not going the way Scott Adams may have envisioned this night going. Lars Morrison taking full advantage of the environment around him, which we expect to continue to see here tonight. Now look at this, up on the top rope, big right hand. Brings Scott Adams back down to the, and now look at this, we've got an escapee on our hands here. Can Lars Morrison get up and over quickly in this matchup and put it into things? And here comes Scott Adams right behind him. Big left hand, another big left clubbing blow, 3 of them to be exact. 4 will bring Lars back down from the top, and now teetering on that top rope with Scott Adams. And a face full of steel. No block this time, elbows from Lars. Oh, will send Scott Adams down. Lars quickly escaping the dangerous situation, going back to the attack on the British Badass. Scott Adams has been all over the place in Season 10, trying his hand in tag team competition for a bit before coming back over to the singles department and landing himself this rivalry with Lars Morrison, one of many superstars on the roster that have drummed up, oh man, drummed up heat with Townsend Enterprises. It seems to be a common theme, and a spear from Scott Adams will now allow him to now scale, attempt to scale the steel cage and try to escape here, but he's going to come right back down. And now it's Lars. No, it's Scott again. In the past several weeks, these two have been able to learn from each other so much, and now, after going back and forth so many times, these two understand each other inside that ring. And the thing about it is both of their styles are very similar. That strong style that you see quite a bit in these two clashing. Just a second ago, Scott Adams was going to try to escape through the door. Continuing the fight, and a pop-up forearm will take down Lars Morrison. That is going to open up a window now for Scott Adams to climb the cage. He's going to do so. Scott Adams gets to the top now. And here comes Lars back to his feet. He's got to make a quick move here to try to stop Scott Adams from getting over. And just at the last second, Lars Morrison able to get a hold of Scott Adams, and man, he was very close from swinging that leg over and getting the victory here tonight. Oh man, right into the steel cage, and down he goes. Oh, but quickly back to another big spear from Scott Adams. Man, oh man. Two massive spears on Lars Morrison. And now, what's he gotten here? Looking for a top rope guillotine. There's Scott now. Scott with the chicken wing. It's not going to win the match, but is it enough to keep Lars Morrison down? He's going to add a little exclamation point. No, he misses. That is the thing about windows. In this kind of matchup, you cannot let your opportunity slip, and that would have been a missed opportunity for Scott Adams to climb that cage right after applying that chicken wing. Now it is Lars Morrison, and that just goes to show you how quickly the hands can change here in a matchup like this. Oh, but Scott's got him, looking for the jackknife, and no, he's not going to get it back. Body drop. Lars Morrison now opting for the steel cage door to be opened, and can he win this match escaping through the door? He's not gonna. Referee taking too much time to unlock the door. Going right back to work on Scott, but it's Scott now. Scott with a old German suplex and a ripcord clothesline, sending Lars Morrison down to the mat. Now there's that window. And can Scott Adams capitalize now on this window? And there's Lars back to his feet and missing with a forearm. Once again, Scott Adams not taking advantage of the window to try to escape here, and it's Lars Morrison able to retake the momentum. And now an STF going the same route that Scott Adams was looking to go and wearing him down. And can Lars take control of this situation and escape the cell? Here he goes. Scott Adams is down after missing two opportunities to win this matchup. Lars Morrison takes advantage of the situation, and here he goes. Scott back to his feet, but is it too late? Lars dangling at the top of the cage, and here comes Adams, not quick enough. And Lars Morrison is going to win this matchup and retain the national championship. There it is, ring the bell. Man, oh man, Scott Adams missing two big opportunities to take advantage of a downed Lars Morrison and escape the steel cage, and instead opting to continue punishment. And that is not the name of the game when you enter inside the steel cage. And the undefeated Lars Morrison in this environment continues. And another tick in the win column, and Townsend Enterprises is bringing home at least one championship here tonight. Here is your winner, and still national champion, Lars Morrison. Scott Adams is all frustrated, and he can only be mad at himself in this matchup. Big win for Lars Morrison.
Let's call it what it is. Every horse has a bad race, and tonight we haven't been perfect.
We don't need to be perfect. We just need to finish. Everyone knows who runs camp around here.
Exactly. And like I said earlier, don't worry about this 3-dub world title. There isn't a soul in that chamber that's going to take it from me. Mason's time has passed. Conley's time has passed. Jaden's not even close to being ready to tie my boots. Twan, I've already showed the world that I can whoop Twan. Plus, he's not even ready for it. And Johnny boy. Come on, I just proved in Detroit that he doesn't have the balls to take this title from me.
That's right. But 2 titles are gone, only 1 retained, so that's the story for now.
People keep talking about those 2 titles we lost, but they're missing the point. Because that won't be the ending.
No, not even close. Because everything resets right here.
Some say TBX is under pressure now. We don't feel pressure, we create it.
And tonight, you become it. They think they've chipped away at us, they think we're vulnerable, and that's their mistake.
Then I'll remind them exactly who we are.
And I can say I'm not the only one that's walking in as a winner. Some earned their spots, and some were given their spots because the main event icon. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about me being the winner at TBX. I don't give a damn what everyone thinks about everyone else. Yeah, they paved the way, they did this, blah, 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 etc., etc. I don't give a damn. I'm the man that was putting the monarchy on his back. I'm the man that went to take down and cause a little trouble and won the tag team championships, even with someone I did not like, and now he's back in the chamber match. I was the two-time Keys of the Kingdom winner, King of the Ring winner, and I was a national champion, but never been a world champion. And I have to walk around and remind myself. I have to be reminded by other people. I have to be told, don't get complacent of being in the main event. Well, I'm going to tell all the doubters and all the non-sayers to shut the fuck up. It's my time. This is my time. I'm the chosen one. I deserve this. I'm one of one. I'm the main event icon. Even if you don't believe it, you don't like the fact that my name is the icon. I've been told so many times what is so iconic about you. Why you're the icon? Why you name yourself that? Well, you're gonna find out at TBX when I beat all these men with all these accolades, all this shit that they have been building for themselves. It's mines. It's mines. It's mines. And I'm taking it all and becoming the world champion at TBX.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, take it easy there, champ.
Sandy, Miss Stars, fabulous. I've missed you so much, girl. How you been?
I wouldn't miss this night for anything. And I definitely wasn't going to miss seeing you before you walk out to that ring.
This is my legacy. And I am so glad to have one of the greats in my corner. This is an important milestone for me.
You've come a long way, and everybody sees it. The work, the grind, and the way you've carried yourself. Just remember, tonight, this isn't another match. This is a legacy. 7-time champion. And that's different. That's rare. And that is forever. Go out there and take what you deserve.
I will be the only 7-time women's champion, just as I was the first women's undisputed champion. So, grab a seat, enjoy the show, and we'll have a hell of an after party when it's all said and done. So glad you're here.
Well, how about that? Hall of Famers, Sandy Contest Stars is in the building tonight. Roulette Gauntlet match, and is for the Women's Undisputed Championship. All the stars showing up here tonight to TBX, and here is the rules and regulations for this Russian Roulette Gauntlet match. Of course, the Women's Championship on the line. 2 superstars starting it out. Every 2 minutes, another superstar will enter. Eliminations occur by pinfall or submission, and the last woman standing is the winner and takes home the 3-dub Women's Undisputed Championship. Well, this is going to be a big-time matchup, guys. Be sure to stay tuned with us and hit that like button. From Baltimore, Maryland, Chanel, Baltimore. Chanel, Baltimore, making her debut earlier this season. Lands a big matchup. Opportunity to become the first Women's Undisputed Championship on her title mantle. Hells, Michigan, Jocelyn Hervey. And here comes the Casket Queen, Jocelyn Havoc, one of the favorites here in this matchup. A dominating force in the women's division, towering over the majority of the women's superstars here tonight. She is a former women's champion, but she's looking to put number 2 under her waist tonight if she can get the job done. It will be Chanel Baltimore and Jocelyn Havoc to start things out, and that is a pretty well matched up. And now we get a quick pinfall, 2 count, only for Jocelyn Havoc, trying to put away Chanel Baltimore rather quickly in this matchup. And that would have been an interesting situation as she would have waited here for another minute and 40 for the next superstar to enter. But nonetheless, we continue the matchup. As I was going to mention, it's a pretty fair matchup to start out with these two. Jocelyn, as I mentioned, being one of the taller women's superstars in this division. Chanel Baltimore joining the fray. Also on the taller side, as you can see, matching height with Jocelyn Havoc. A good way to start this matchup, and of course, anything goes. This Russian roulette gauntlet match. 3 more superstars will enter. There's a total of 5 in this matchup. Big roll up, Chanel Baltimore looking to put away Jocelyn. Oh, now look at this. Right back to it is Havoc with a pinfall, and now the bridge up. Chanel with a backslide into another pinfall, but a 1 count kick out. Nice succession of pinfalls between both superstars. You are enjoying the evening here with us in Michigan Stadium. Be sure to hit that like button if you are new to 3Dub. If you are liking the action, be sure to subscribe to 3Dub. Hit that notifications bell so you can get all of the premier eFed entertainment as we are just about to kick off Season 11. And now here comes the 3rd entrant into the matchup. Introducing Nightshade, the former women's undisputed champion. Nightshade, man, with a welcome into the matchup. Canadian destroyer for Chanel Baltimore, laying out Nightshade, who's had one hell of a rough ride leading up to this matchup. As you can see, falls could count anywhere, but we are all over the place here. Chanel Baltimore, the only superstar involved in this matchup that has not won a 3Dub Women's Championship in her career thus far. Nightshade, a former 2-time champ. Oh, look out! Steel chair in the back, right into the hands of Jocelyn, but turns it around and catches another steel chair. Oh, look out, Jocelyn! Death-defying maneuver through the ropes to take out Chanel Baltimore. That's how Chanel feels about it. The double birds, look out. Now's it going to be Nightshade? No, sliding underneath. Thought she might have been going for some sort of plancha too. And now it's Baltimore using those long legs. We're up, slamming her down. Nicely done as these 3 individuals go hard in the paint currently. Man, what a clothesline from hell. Straight from Hell's Michigan. And now a pinfall to remove Baltimore, and it's not going to happen. Nightshade with a kendo stick, and we are down to another competitor. Here comes the Hall of Famer, Athena. The Bad Bish has entered the matchup. Look at her. A little pep talk before the matchup from Sandy Starr's fellow Hall of Famer, and man, Athena almost taken out early here by Nightshade. Of course, Athena looking for her 7th heavyweight world championship. And Nightshade, oh my goodness. Pinfall on the ladder and a kick out from the Casket Queen. There's another pinfall. Chanel Baltimore in trouble yet again. Nightshade looking to eliminate, and she does. Chanel Baltimore, glad to have you, but have a good night. Oh, here we go. Man, oh man, what a pile driver on Athena, and now look at the strength of Jocelyn Havoc. It's exactly what I was talking about. And now Nightshade kicks out. Well, Chanel Baltimore may have been able to match height for height with Jocelyn. And here's a pinfall trying to eliminate the now Hall of Famer. Not going to happen. But as I was about to say, Athena would be the one to match power for power with Jocelyn. And now here we go, our final entrant about to enter, and it will be the champion, Townsend Enterprises, the women's undisputed champion, Danny. And this Athena charging the champion with a steel chair, but Danny well prepared, taking out Athena and now slowly making her way ringside. Athena has been laid out at the top of the entrance ramp, and now it's Danny Moore inside the ring with Jocelyn Havoc. Oh, look out, speared off the apron and through the ropes, and missing. Nightshade able to duck out of the way. Oh, but there she is. Bring her down with a big cutter. Danny Moore has been dominant. And that is to say the least in this women's division, holding that women's undisputed championship. Of course, unifying the women's title with the women's television championship earlier this year. Danny Moore on her rookie year has been on quite the impressive run. Many people will say that's due to Townsend Enterprises, but being the man that calls the matches, I will tell you it is 100% due to talent. We are full bore in this matchup. 4 out of the 5 women left in this match. Chanel Baltimore has already been eliminated. Oh man! Oh man! Hit with a steel chair and dumped over onto the ladder. And now it's Nightshade through the outside. And Steve Zeebs getting caught up in a little bit of the chaos, unable to perform the 3 count. That arguably could have taken out Jocelyn Havoc from this matchup. And Danny and Nightshade on the outside, what a rivalry it's been between them two. I mentioned earlier how Nightshade has been through the ringer. And it has been a ringer fully operated by Danny Moore. Here we go, Athena in trouble with the pinfall. Jocelyn almost able to get it done. Athena able to kick out. Nicely done. Oh man, planted. And now Jocelyn, who started this matchup, is in trouble, and there she goes. 2 eliminated. Now it is down to 3, and Nightshade with the Hall of Famer. Another massive pile driver. Can that be the end for the Bad Bish? Has been eliminated. And look at this, guys. It is down to Nightshade and Danny Moore, the two that have been neck and neck for all the gold in the women's division over the last several weeks. Steel steps in the mix and a pop-up right hand from Nightshade. Some may say the hill has only gotten harder for Nightshade now that she doesn't have the backing of a complete team tap-out to help her with Townsend Enterprises. That is why tonight is so important for Nightshade to get the championship off of Danny Moore. It is better to play the game in the lead than behind, and what a big bubba bomb from Nightshade, who has Danny hemmed up. Danny able to power out the champion, holding on. She doesn't want to be the third member of Townsend to lose a championship tonight. She wants to fall in the category with Lars Morrison and retain gold and bring it home to Townsend. Nightshade has other plans, though. Nightshade is driven to get this title off of Danny. Back on the outside, and it's Danny! Man, oh man! Massive kick sending down Nightshade on the ladder and completely laid out. Nightshade felt every bit of that, and we've got another set of steps. Nightshade able to keep her head in the game here. All other superstars have been eliminated. It is down to Nightshade and Danny Moore. Here we go. Nightshade using the environment as the rules allow her to do so. Here we go now, Danny on the apron. Nightshade was thinking about something big. Let's see what she can do here. Oh man. I thought she was going to launch her on them steel steps. Maybe not quite enough energy, but is it enough to put it away? No, it's not. The fight between these two has taken so much out of one another, and I'm not talking about just the fight here tonight. Everything that has led to this moment. Here we go, Nightshade, Irish whip into the corner. Nightshade is in trouble. The former two-time champion in the hands of who could be the Rookie of the Year. Here in 3-Dub, Townsend's own, bringing her down. Massive second rope cutter. And is that enough to put away Nightshade? Will Danny Moore retain the title here? No, she doesn't. This crowd wants nothing more than to see Danny Moore fail here tonight. Oh no. Now setting her up. From the mid-rail, the gut wrench. Powerbomb and stacking her up. Danny, no, again, Nightshade kicks. And oh man, Nightshade fighting back with every last bit of energy that she has. Missing with the coffin drop. Danny right there, root to the neck, using the ropes. Danny, no, not gonna get it. Oh man, innovative maneuver. The Nightshade able to kick out again. Oh man. What a finish to this matchup. Which one of these two is going to have enough left in the tank to walk away as the women's undisputed champ? There's Nightshade. Coming from the backside, big splash and a back elbow. Here we go. Here we go. Danny, dripping blood all over the place. Into the submission. Danny's got to hold on here. Kid Danny holds the championship. She breaks out. Oh, man. What is Nightshade gonna do to put away Danny Moore? That is exactly what she is contemplating right now as Danny keeps getting back to her feet. Here we go. Oh man, Danny turns the tides once again. Fighting with everything she has for the family to bring home the gold. A shotgun. Clothesline now with the kendo stick. Wearing out Nightshade. Oh, man. Big right hand off the ropes. Big time boot. Danny Moore climbing to the top, looking to seal the deal, bringing down the house. Oh man, a massive stunner. 2, 3, Danny retains the women's title. What a fight. Man, oh man, guys. Danny Moore and Nightshade just took it to one another in a fierce battle to end this Russian roulette matchup. Man, Nightshade fought her ass off tonight. She was so close to getting that title stripped away from Danny. But man, the momentum that this young superstar has in the early portions of her career has just been dominant. That is the only way to put it. Despite being busted open and pulling all the bags out of the bag, all the tricks out of the bag, jeez. Danny Moore able to get the job done and bring home another championship to Townsend Enterprises. Man, oh man, what a match that very well could be. Match of the night so far. It is tough competition. There's been a lot of great matches tonight, but that one right there very well could have stole the show. We still have a lot more to go. 3 more big matches left on the card. But what a match this was. What a big win for Danny Moore. Here is your winner and still Women's Undisputed Champion, Danny Moore. Oh, what a big victory for Danny Moore here tonight in her first big event, reclaiming the Women's Undisputed Championship. And will that momentum, 2 back-to-back titles retained for Townsend Enterprises, will that momentum translate to the final title match of the night. Coming up in our main event, the 3-Dub World Championship. Chris Harris defends against Conley, Walker, Awesome, Mason, and Montana. Man, what a match that is going to be. And that is our final title match of the night, the main event, inside an Elimination Chamber. Still to come. But guys, before we move on, be sure to go wear the legacy with 3-Dub Wrestling and capture yourself some 3-Dub threads at the merch shop. That's right. Spreadshop.com/3Dub merch. Be sure to go get yourself some of the exclusive TBX gear. We've got the Road to TBX, the official TBX logo, and the history, the vintage big event t-shirt, all available for a limited time only.
Contest is
at the 3Dub shop.
Unsanctioned Match. Introducing first, from New Orleans, Louisiana, weighing 202 pounds, representing Los Salvadores, Jimmy Shadow.
Well, this is going to be a rather interesting matchup if you ask me. These two individuals at one point in time, Jimmy Shadow was a part of the Church faction and ran alongside Hunter Deal. There would be many missteps along the way, all getting to a point to where Hunter Deal cannot trust Jimmy Shadow. And over the last several months, ever since Stampede and New Year's Bash, where Jimmy Shadow would officially attack Hunter Deal. That, of course, will be the first mile marker to get us to this point.
Kentucky, weighing 303 pounds. He is the General Manager, Hall of Famer, Hunter Deal.
That's right. Being inducted in this year's class of Season 10 into the Hall of Fame, Hunter Deal alongside Russell Franchise and Yokuza, representing the Church of the American Spirit. And how about that? The night you go into the Hall of Fame, you return for a big one-off match against a longtime friend / enemy in Jimmy Shadow. And like I was mentioning back at New Year's Bash in the Stampede matchup, when Jimmy Shadow and Los Salvadores was causing all kinds of havoc, they would actually be thrown out of the match by Hunter Deal. And that is where this would all start taking place, and it would lead to Jimmy Shadow attacking Hunter Deal backstage, which would lead to Hunter missing a show due to some injuries sustained by Jimmy Shadow. And now springboard moonsault prompts an early pinfall. Can Jimmy not going to be able to put away Hunter early off in this matchup? Hunter Deal felt backed into a corner and told President James Black that he felt the only way to proper deal with Jimmy Shadow would be to get him inside the ring. And that is exactly what we have here tonight, Jimmy and Hunter. And considering the fact that Hunter Deal is the general manager, hold on, here we go, another pinfall by Jimmy early in a 1 count only. It's Teddy Rodriguez refereeing this matchup. Another springboard maneuver from Shadow, dropping down the DDT. But as I was mentioning, the fact that Hunter Deal is the general manager is why this matchup has to be an unsanctioned matchup. They cannot take any responsibility with Jimmy Shadow and Hunter Deal. Jimmy Shadow entering with the Singapore cane, and now he's got a light tube under the ring. Broken over the big legs of General Manager Hunter Deal. Here we go, off the ropes. Up and over goes Hunter. Up and over goes Jimmy. And Jimmy gonna try to hit a big belly to belly and reversed by the Big Deal. Jimmy's gonna have to muster up a lot more than that. Here we go, ladder introduced into the frame here. Oh no, look at Hunter. Dropping him down on the thin matted concrete. My God, guys, that might have been over 10 feet. Now Hunter Deal stands at a staggering 7 foot tall. He has won every championship in 3-Dub known to man except for the 3-Dub World Heavyweight Championship. That's the only title that Hunter Deal has not won before becoming the general manager. Of course, becoming the general manager upon the creation of the Blaze brand here within 3-Dub. When 3-Dub assumed the HWA company and assumed the 3-Dub Blaze brand, it would be Hunter Deal that would make his way over back to 3-Dub as the general manager of that brand and would continue his status on the Blackout. Look at Hunter all the way up top, bringing down the hammer. And oh man, you still got it. Now Hunter with the kendo stick. And in a prime position to get a pinfall on Jimmy, and it's not going to take place. Now, Hunter trying to mount a little comeback here as the majority of the match has been Jimmy Shadow, and you could have seen that coming into this matchup, considering Hunter Deal hasn't been in a match in over 2 years. Jimmy Shadow has been competing week in and week out all season long. I have to say, not much ring rust here from the big man. Even though the match has been the majority Jimmy Shadow, Hunter is still showing that he still has what it takes. And what a massive slam, pinfall, 2 counts, kick out just barely for Jimmy. Oh, and a stunner! Shades of Juice James. Jimmy Shadow hits the stunner, and is it enough to put away Hunter? It is not. Hunter Deal knows all about the stunner. Now look at Jimmy once again, quick pinfall, not going to get it again, but he is wearing down Hunter Deal in the process. Oh man. Dolphin dive, springboard, splash, if you will, to another pinfall, and Hunter. You can see the amount of energy that has been taken out of the general manager. I talked about not having the ring rust, but being in ring shape and able to go the distance, especially in a matchup like this where there are no rules. You have to give your hat off to Hunter Deal for at least even standing at this point in the match. Jimmy now with a hockey stick. Look out. Not too far from the home of the Detroit Red Wings. Hop, skip, and a jump down south, and now man, massive super kick, and Jimmy could put it away right here. Hunter Deal able to kick out. And oh man. Like I said, despite being 2 years in the making for this matchup for Hunter Deal. He's hanging in there pretty good. And if he can pull off this victory, here's Hunter now with that hockey stick. Oh, man. And broken over the knee. Jimmy trying to reach down and gather any type of energy he has left. Both of these guys. They're dishing it out in this matchup. Here we go. Off the ropes. Up and over goes Jimmy. Oh, man. And a choke slam. Man, oh, man. Jimmy in trouble. 2 count. 3. Man, so close to 3. A massive choke slam from Hunter Deal. Almost put it away. Oh, here he goes now. Double choke bomb. Middle of the ring. Hunter. 2 count. 3 count. Hunter puts away Jimmy Shadow. What a win for the general manager. Able to pull out the unthinkable and get the job done here tonight. And Jimmy put up one hell of a fight, too. Well, from the desk to the squared circle, Hunter Deal endures a lot of punishment here tonight from Jimmy Shadow, but he's able to pull it together and bring out the big deal of old and get a big victory here tonight. What a matchup, guys. Now Hunter Deal can go back to his general manager's desk with a little bit more peace of mind. Now having dealt with Jimmy Shadow. Hunter Deal. Oh, what a matchup, what a win for the big man.
Want to know what I'm thinking? For the main event, the biggest main event in TB history, Elimination Chamber, TBX, and you want to know what Mason is thinking, his final words for everyone to see, to listen to. I'm thinking about my music starting. I'm thinking of the crowd going mental, realize their savior has returned to his rightful place. I'm thinking for the bell to toll and me doing what I do best. Submit everyone to Mason's law, hit them with Blood Eagles, eliminating them one by one. And I'm thinking about that final bell tolling on Christopher Harris' title reign that meant nothing in the end. And then I'm thinking of the crowd realizing the glory days are back. Because Mason is at his rightful place, holding the title above his head. That's what I'm thinking about. Because I'm going to win it. In my name, Zolik Vimmel. In mijn naam zullen jullie allemaal vallen. In mijn naam. Amen.
I told you there was never a doubt. Danny, you were always walking out with that title. That was never a question.
They keep hoping for a different outcome, but they keep leaving disappointed. You'd think Nightshade would learn by now.
Well, now we set at 500. One more move, and this night belongs to Townsend Enterprises. And that involves rescuing that 3-dub world title, baby. There he is. You understand what tonight is, don't you? This is the tipping point. Everything we've built, everything we've taken, it all comes down to that Elimination Chamber. You don't just win, you make a statement tonight. And remember, Chris, there is always a plan.
Bring it home, baby. We know you can.
Big Event X, a grave will be opened, not for glory, not for honor, but for judgment. Hexen was not forged for this. He was not created to be distracted by jesters and painted liars who dance in the shadows and call it madness. No, Hexen is something far greater, a harbinger, a reckoning, a weapon meant to bring ruin to empires, to tear down Townsend enterprises, and cleanse this world of its false kings. And yet, a thief wears a crown that is not his. A fraud clutches a championship that was only lost because of you. Jack Harvey, you drape yourself in chaos. You hide behind a mask and whisper to yourself that you are the madness. Madness is not paint upon flesh. Madness is standing before oblivion and believing you will survive. You have delayed the inevitable. You have interfered in forces you do not understand. And now you will face the consequence of your defiance. At the Big Event X, there will be no escape, no mercy, no salvation. Only a casket waiting in silence, waiting for you. This is not a match. This is not a contest. This is an ending. You will feel it, Jack Harvey. Not just pain, but the slow, suffocating realization that your story ends here, that your name will fade, that your legacy will be sealed beneath wood and darkness, never to be spoken again. So come, madness, bring your chaos, bring your illusions, bring whatever courage still clings to your broken soul. Hexen does not fear you. Hexen does not fight you. Hexen judges you. And at the Big Event X, he will close the lid, and you will be forgotten.
Well, here we go, guys. We have reached the co-main event of the evening. And what a match this is going to be. Be sure to hit that like button. Stay tuned with us.
Casket Match. Introducing first, from parts unknown, weighing 365 pounds, Hexen.
What a year Hexen has had. Winning the 3-dub world title in the unification match on the episode of Blaze that started Season 10. And that would be the continuance of his undefeated streak that would run through Chris Harris, run through many superstars, and end up with his first loss at Gold Rush when Chris Conley cashed in the guaranteed money briefcase. And then he would go on to get another loss when Jack Harvey would return and cause his loss in the rematch for the title against Conley. Here tonight, are we looking at the third loss for Hexen? Or are we looking at Jack Harvey to only return and become another victim. The Creator versus the Monster coming up next.
From Edinburgh, Scotland, weighing 220 pounds, the Madness, Jack Harvey.
Season 9, the creation of the Cutthroat Business. A faction that would run on the Blaze brand, and it would be led by Jack Harvey. And we would see the emergence of a monster named Hexen, the creation of Jack Harvey. Fast forward many months, a world title lost by Jack, and Jack disappears from 3-Dub to leave the monster roaming on his own, who continued to stack victim on victim. But once Hexen lost the world title, we seen the return of Jack Harvey, who claims that Hexen was never supposed to lose. That is not how he was created, and since his creation has failed, Jack Harvey has returned to set the record straight and to fix his monster. Can that be done here tonight in Michigan Stadium at TBX? Can Jack Harvey overcome Hexen, or can Hexen become the monster that he once was? Highly anticipated match here, as we see the casket now officially being rolled out. As we will go over the rules, there are no pinfalls, submissions, or disqualifications, or countouts. The only way to win this match is to enter your opponent into the casket and shut the lid. What a feat it will have to be for Jack Harvey. But Jack is no stranger to big moments. A former 4-time 3-Dub World Heavyweight Champion, a 2-time World Champion, as far as many other accomplishments, including the United States title. Jack Harvey has had one hell of a career here in 3-Dub. All of that on top of creating the monster that is Hexen. Can Jack set the path straight for Hexen being the creator? Here we go, Hexen now with a big senton splash. Well over 100 pounds of difference here. Oh man, oh man. Tossing Jack Harvey on the casket. Jeez. I'm surprised he didn't go through the lid. And now, oh man, and there's Jack. Bouncing right back. Oh, DDT. Landing on the thin matted concrete close to that sledgehammer that has been introduced here. Here we go. Jack Harvey, arguably this is one of the biggest matches he has ever been involved in. And we're talking about a man who has been one-on-one with James Black, who's been one-on-one with Dylan Mason, one-on-one with Chris Harris. Jack Harvey has gone against and has overcome some of the best to ever compete in this business. But tonight he has never gone one-on-one with this man. Here we go. The casket lid has been opened. Now it's closed right back. Hexen going face first into the lid. Here we go, back in the ring. This type of matchup is an advantage, though, for Jack Harvey. As all he has to do is get Hexen in the casket and close the lid. He does not have to pin him or make him tap out or pass out or any of the such. Uh-oh. And here it is. Shoved down the gullet of Hexen. Adding to the pressure points. Trying to get Hexen to pass out here, and that would be one way. Although you'd have to carry his 330-pound body into the casket. Here we go, steel chair. Now Hexen climbing back to his feet. Oh man, there you go. Blunt force trauma. And Jack Harvey boasting a little after that, and Hexen back to his feet and quickly back down. An impressive feat from Jack Harvey, not only leaping down over the top, down to the outside, but able to get Hexen in this position. Now another steel chair shot to the lower back. Oh man, Nightmare's touch! Landing on the steel chair and the thin-matted concrete. Nightmare's touch, the move made infamous by Jack Harvey. And now springboard. Double drop kick sends Hexen down once again. And now a kick to the mid and another face plant. Oh no! No! Hexen with the mind games. And now Hexen, oh man, he might have been going for that death clock driver, but turned around by Jack Harvey. Good sense of awareness by Jack Harvey. Man, the mind games, the lights out by Hexen, and now the rear naked choke. And Jack Harvey trying to get Hexen to pass out here. And he may have gotten close, and man, it has been an onslaught of attack from Jack Harvey on Hexen, who now enters the casket. And Jack Harvey could end the matchup here. No, Hexen quickly knocking Jack Harvey back. Man, that didn't take but 2 seconds for... Oh, no. Oh, man. Deadly shot from the steel steps, and down goes Jack. And we have already seen some pretty wicked feats against Hexen that didn't leave that man down. But right now, power bombing. Jack Harvey into the casket. Can he shut the lid on the madness? And Jack Harvey fighting with everything he has. Able to kick out of the casket. Now both men have been entered and almost had the lid shut on them. Here we go, Hexen, no reverses. Jack back in the casket. Jack is back in the casket. And here comes Hexen with the lid. Jack Harvey, once again, everything he has it takes to get Hexen to fall back. Comes Jack back in the ring. Oh no, scooped up. Oh, death clock driver. Death clock driver. The move that has put away countless, over 100 superstars. Down goes Harvey. In the casket goes Harvey. And Hexen now with the chance to put it away. And Harvey, Jack Harvey might go. No, he doesn't. Harvey able to withstand a death clock driver. There you go. Smart move by Harvey, closing that lid after he's been inside of that casket now 3 times in a row. Now Jack got to pull a second wind out of the deep down and try to pull out this victory. And he's got to get some big time maneuvers connected against Hexen here. Here we go. Jack feels like he's got an upper hand now. Reopening the casket, grabbing that sledgehammer, and oh no, there's Hexen right behind him. What's he got here? Hexen now. Oh, scooping him up again. Scooping him up again. Dropping him down in the casket. Big time slam. Big time power slam. And is it enough this time for Hexen to close the lid? And Jack Harvey is not done yet. Jack Harvey fighting with everything he can against the massive creation that he has created, the monster Hexen. Oh man, man, going for the choke slam backbreaker, but Harvey able to power out. What a return match for Jack Harvey here in 3-dub. Really taking it to Hexen. And guys, I do believe there is a chance here for Jack Harvey to pull out this victory. Once again, trying to get Hexen to pass out. The stress on the pressure points of the tongue, and now, look at this, how ironic. A damn flathead shovel. Striking Hexen, and how ironic as he is about to bury the man alive. Here comes Hexen, back to his feet as Jack Harvey looms from the top, and a kick right across the throat. Man, I don't know, Jack Harvey may be onto something here, guys. Look out. You can see the bruising and battering all over the body of, oh man, and right down face first on the thin matted concrete again. And now again, a second time in a row. Jack Harvey is pulling out all the stops on Hexen. Oh man, and Hexen, oh, death clock driver on the damn shovel. Oh man, and that'll turn around all the momentum that Jack Harvey had. Death clock driver on the metal portion of that shovel. And Jack Harvey, oh man, he may not even be in this state. Springboard spear through the ropes. Good Lord, Jack Harvey was unloading everything, and now look at Hexen. Choke slam backbreaker. And now carrying Jack Harvey potentially to his demise, and a big boot lays him in the bed. Down comes the lid, and Hexen looking to put away Harvey, and he does. Hexen now goes to 102-2. What a return match for Jack Harvey, guys. The madness. Yeah, we have seen a lot of big matches, a lot of top contenders taking on Hexen, but this might have been the biggest challenge for the monster Hexen to date. The creator, Jack Harvey was almost able to get the job done, but man, oh man, guys, this Hexen is something else. Both of his losses were tainted losses. We all know that. But when you get this man in this kind of environment, it is damn hard to put this man down. And that was just seen right here tonight with Hexen beating Jack Harvey. And oh man.
Here is your winner, Hexen.
What a big victory to get himself back on track. Hexen getting the job done here tonight at TBX. Oh, what a night it has been, guys, and we have reached the pinnacle. It is time for the main event here tonight, but guys, we are still waiting for the answer from Matt 8-Star to determine if he is going to accept a match at Global Impact against James Black. Man, what a story that has been. But guys, that is not all that is coming from Global Impact next weekend. Don't forget the Turnbuckle Awards. We will be seeing the polls hit social media this week. Be sure to vote for all of your favorite match of the night, match of the year, moment of the year, rookie of the year, even theme song of the year. All that with the Turnbuckle Awards. And we cannot forget, last but not least, guys, the class of Season 10. The Church, with Russell Franchise being the first two-time Hall of Famer, Yakuza and Hunter Deal, alongside Athena and Hollywood Watkins. What a class for Season 10. Man, much deserved superstars entering this year. Guys, we are ready for the main event. Let's go!
Brothers and sisters, people who told the truth of the American spirit, it's time for the main event.
Yeah, all right. Main event time. Elimination Chamber.
It's the main event of TB20. Let's go! Per the boys!
All right. Who you got?
I just want you to know that I appreciate everybody here in this building tonight, especially the ones that are buying the ballpark pranks because they're my favorite. But I want everybody to know right now, I'm gonna host TB30 and I'm gonna get Arnold Schwarzenegger!
What the hell? Arnold isn't even... Oh, never mind. Let's go down to the chamber.
Yeah, let's do so. Buck Buckley. Buck Buckley. I'm not sure he even knows where he is, but I know where I am. Michigan Stadium, baby. Time for the main event. Let's go. The following contest is the main event and is an Elimination Chamber match for the Freedom World Heavyweight Championship. All right, let's go. Hit that like button. Big stakes here.
First, from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing 222 pounds, John Awesome.
Well, last year, this time, John Awesome was turned on by Chris Harris to lose the takedown brand and set the story going forward. And he has been dealing with Townsend Enterprises ever since, including getting falsely accused and suspended earlier this season. He was, of course, brought back by James Black and would continue to target Townsend Enterprises. Well, he made claims that he was going to make sure that the 3-Dub World title didn't end up in Townsend Enterprises. Well, he wasn't able to do that, but tonight he has a chance to take it away from this man right here, the 3-Dub World Champion.
And from Columbus, Ohio, 241 pounds, representing Townsend Enterprises, he is the 3-Dub World Heavyweight Champion, Chris Harris.
Entering in his third big event, main event, which all started way back in Season 5 at TB5, where he entered his first main event and became his first world champion. And then just last year, TB9, he main evented with John Awesome to take on the Big Deal and Hexen. And now he's entering his third main event, where he is, for the first time, carrying in the 3-Dub World title to defend tonight in the biggest main event of big event history. Aligning himself with Townsend Enterprises, one of the most powerful men on the roster.
From Austin, Texas, weighing 237 pounds, he is the main event icon, the Season 10 Stampede Rumble winner, Twan Montana.
That is right, he won the Season 10 Stampede Rumble matchup, beating 29 other individuals, and the stipulation for that match was that he would enter and be the first named for this here Elimination Chamber match in the main event of TBX. And not only that, ladies and gentlemen, he is slotted to be the last man to enter into the match, the last to exit a pod, having the biggest advantage of anyone else here in the matchup. Rightfully earned by winning the Stampede Rumble way back in January. Now, it has been much anticipating this matchup. Continuing big rivalries with Dylan Mason and Chris Conley through the season. Speaking of Dylan Mason, speaking of the last megastar standing,
from the Netherlands, weighing 230 pounds, Dylan Mason.
Also entering his third big event, main event, tied with Chris Harris as the most. Of course, you got to remember back in Season 7 and Season 8, Dylan Mason carrying the 3-Dub World, well, the then 3-Dub Undisputed title, wire to wire, from TB7 to TB8, having back-to-back main event features for Dylan Mason, and now this one marking his third, and again tied with Chris Harris, the most main event matches. Look at this, going over the top rope. Maybe a little show of dominance there from Dylan Mason. Well, some do argue that he is one of the most dominant superstars of all time in 3-Dub, considering that wire-to-wire, record-breaking 400-plus day title reign with the 3-Dub Undisputed Championship. Now tonight, looks to get back in the title picture and possibly get the title one more time, but look at this.
238 pounds, the walking weapon, Jaden Walker.
Along with Chris Conley And along with Twan Montana, Jaden Walker entering his very first big event, main event. Coming off of a record-breaking national championship reign. Getting very close to that top-notch 400-plus day reign of Dylan Mason's that we mentioned. And it has been a rough road for Jaden Walker since then, dealing with the fallout from Team Tap Out, the faction that he desperately fought hard to keep together. Ended up beating Jacob Fowler and Drew Tanner in a triple threat match to earn this spot in his first big event, main event.
From Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing 265 pounds, the Extreme Chris Conley.
Oh, the man that arguably sent the entire season into a whirlwind when he cashed in the guaranteed money briefcase earlier this year and took the championship away from Hexen. It wouldn't be until having the rematch with Hexen and getting the victory for the second time over the Monster to retain the title. He would end up getting into a matchup with Chris Harris, where overcoming Townsend Enterprises would be the feat that was unable to be done. The power of Townsend and Chris Harris are now, along with the aligned special advisor Matt 8-Star, who is yet to answer James Black, was too much for Chris Conley, and that is how Chris Harris carried this here 3-dub World Heavyweight title into this here main event. The biggest main event in big event history is underway, and starting things off is Chris Conley and Jaden Walker, who quickly into a rear naked choke, trying to take out the Extreme Chris Conley. This is an environment that not very many superstars get to grace within their entire careers. A couple of these superstars like Chris Harris and Dylan Mason have had their fair share of high-profile matches and have been inside the Elimination Chamber a couple of times before. But this is a brand new environment to somebody like Twan Montana, to somebody like Jaden Walker with a nicely done moonsault, and even veterans like Chris Conley and John Awesome have not graced the landscape of the Elimination Chamber, not in this kind of caliber of the main event of Big Event 10. Here we go, we're going to get our first entrant into the matchup, and it is going to be Dylan Mason. He has set his targets on the 3-dub World Heavyweight Championship, a title under a different name that he carried for 401 days, that still today stands as the greatest championship run ever in 3-dub history. Again, wire to wire, TB7 to TB8. We mentioned those high-profile matches that really each of these individuals have endured in their career. I don't think that there is any other high-profile match as we get a pinfall here and a quick kick out for Chris Conley. And we get another superstar getting ready to enter the matchup. We know it's not going to be Twan Montana. It will be the 3-dub world champ Chris Harris entering in the matchup, the one superstar that has issues with just about every single one of the superstars in this matchup. And that is what I was saying prior to Chris entering. The profile in this matchup, the amount of talent in this matchup, all future Hall of Famers in my eyes. I don't think there has ever been a matchup that any of these individuals have been a part of that has been this high caliber. Go fall away slam into the bridging. Pinfall not going to get Dylan Mason out of the mix. And we've got now another superstar entering. And with the process of elimination, we know that this one is going to be John Awesome. Here we go. John is entering into the ring. 5 individuals are here. 5 superstars tearing it up inside the hectic Elimination Chamber, and the Stampede Rumble winner, Twan Montana, watches on as a big X marks the spot, plants Chris Harris in the middle of the ring. Here we go now, slam down hard is Conley, and it's John Awesome. Not going to be able to get the pinfall on Conley. Jaden Walker climbing the chamber, and he's dropping down hard on Dylan Mason. Man, oh man. A man that Jaden was seeking advice from earlier this season, only to be let down by Dylan Mason. Now gets a little revenge as we finally get the final entrant. Twan Montana has officially entered the matchup, and guys, we are fully underway here in this main event. Drop down hard. We know the big rivalry between Twan Montana and Chris Conley's been going on for a couple of seasons now. John Awesome and Chris Harris have been neck and neck for one solid year since last big event. And now Mason returning the favor, dropping hard on Jaden Walker. And here is the pin, kicked out by Harris, saving his championship. Here tonight. Oh, wait a minute, Jaden Walker just tapped out to Mason's Law. All of the carnage going on in this matchup, I didn't happen to see it, but Mason's Law locked in tight on Jaden Walker in his first main event comes to an end. And now that leaves us down to 5 superstars left in this ring, including that man, the 3-dub world champ, who just delivered a massive pile driver to John Awesome. And just look at this match, the individuals that are involved, the people, the rivalries that have been going on over the past couple of years. Twan and Conley, Conley and Mason, John and Harris, Harris and Mason. Oh man! Planning Twan Montana, and is that enough for the Stampede Rumble winner is able to kick out at 2. Reverse DDT by Mason. Here we go. Mason now's got Twan, man. Twan Montana able to barely kick out and stay alive in this matchup. There's an awesome plex and a kick out by Conley. Close calls in this matchup. And now here comes John. John Awesome climbing to the top and splashing down on Conley. And oh man. John Awesome. Looking to get the revenge. Oh, and look at Harris taking out Awesome. And Mason from the top again. Dropping down hard and missing Twan Montana. And here comes Harris trying to take out Awesome. It's not going to happen. But Mason on the outside planted by Twan. And now Twan hooking the leg of Dylan Mason. 2 count. Oh, and a kick out. Mason able to stay alive. And now it's Twan. No, Mason turns it around. And a big, another awesome plex from John to Conley. Look at this. Conley and Chris Harris working together. And Mason from the top of the pod. My God. 3 count. Twan Montana's eliminated. And an awesome bomb has Harris in the middle of the ring. The champ is gone. John Awesome takes out Chris Harris. And just like that, we are down to 3. Chris Conley, the guaranteed money briefcase winner from earlier this season. Dylan Mason, who started the year with the international title. And John Awesome, who has been fighting tooth and nail to get back in this position. John Awesome's the only one of these 3 who has not held the 3-Dub World Heavyweight Championship, and Mason is going to look to further that, and no, a kick out. John Awesome stays alive, and now it's Mason. Oh, Mason! Blood Eagle! Blood Eagle on Conley. 2 count, 3 count. It's down to Mason and John Awesome. Dylan Mason has never had a victory over John Awesome. And tonight, he's back in contention to get the 3-Dub World title. Can he do it in the biggest main event of all time? And now John Awesome climbing to the top. John's got to land it. Driving the elbow right in the heart of in the black heart of Dylan Mason and John Awesome. My God. Awesome's the new 3-Dub World Champ. I can't believe he did it. Man, oh man, what a road for John Awesome. What a road for Johnny Boy Awesome. Putting down Chris Harris in this matchup. Putting down Dylan Mason. Overcoming the top talent in all of 3-Dub and becoming for the first time 3-Dub World Heavyweight Champion. Man, oh man, guys, what a night. What a main event. The biggest main event in 3-Dub history. Just concluded with John Awesome finishing the story. What a damn match. That could be match of the decade. Here is your winner and new 3-Dub World Heavyweight Champion, John Awesome. He finally did it, guys. Not only did he overcome Chris Harris, he took the title away from Townsend Enterprises, and for the first time in 3-Dub history, John Awesome is World Heavyweight Champion. Stay tuned with us for the media scrum coming up here in just 90 seconds, guys. What a show that was. The big event, well worth the wait. The 10th annual big event. Man, oh man, guys. I am just as excited for this upcoming media scrum as I was for the entire night. And what a night it was. 3 of the 5 championships from Townsend Enterprises were stolen away. They only were able to walk out with 2, and to me, that's good work by 3-Dub. Well, not only that, guys, we have 4 new champions here in 3-Dub. Congratulations to Nick Knox winning his first title, the Global Championship. Congratulations to Warren Peace or Chris Chaos and Devil Dog on winning the tag team titles. Congratulations on Josh Armstrong for winning the Extreme Television title. And of course, congratulations to John Awesome for winning the 3-Dub World Heavyweight Championship. And hopefully we get to hear from John here in this media scrum. So stay tuned with us, guys. We have a big scrum coming up right now. Some recap on the show. And we're going to see who we have coming out here tonight for us. Everybody's excited. Oh, wait a minute. That 8th star, what's he doing?
Ladies and gentlemen, I will be taking no questions tonight. In fact, nobody will be taking any questions tonight. I'm out here right now for one reason, and that is to finally accept the match that James Black has so been desperately wanting at Global Impact. James says that if I lose, I will be fired and erased from 3-Dub forever. Fine, but that won't happen. What is going to happen, I'm going to beat James once and for all. And when I do, I'll keep my special advisor's job to 3-Dub. Townsend Enterprises will become more powerful than it's ever been. More powerful than 3-Dub has ever seen. And there won't be a damn thing James Black can do about it. Now, this media scrum is over. All of you people need to get the hell out of here, or I'll have you arrested for trespassing.
Every loss, every broken dream. When the bell rings, there's no hiding. This is more than victory.